This is the biggest secret I have been holding on to. Are these balloons not the cutest things that y'all have ever seen? And it's stuff everywhere now, but y'all, I really had it set up. I had the roses. I don't drink, so I had my little sparkling juices. Baby, do not play with me. What you gonna get for Big Mama for real? What do I get for my birthday? Cause why you feel like it's my birthday? It's December, baby. I'm born in March. It just, I don't know. It feels like it's my birthday. What do you gonna give a Big Mama for real? What do I get for my birthday? So I'm officially moved into my new home. Finally, okay. Moving is always so stressful, like the packing, the moving, the just, oh my gosh. This was not just a move. This was a months-long process. This was like a months-long thing, and we are finally here. Y'all, I almost cried at closing. I didn't, but I almost did. Now that I am like officially moved into my home, now that I'm officially in my home, I can tell y'all the whole story, the whole testimony of my home. But first, an outfit check. This dress makes me feel so sexy, so sophisticated, so like just classy, like feeling like Angela Bassett, but looking like Jessica Rabbit, okay? Like, love this dress. Love it down real bad. Got it from Fashion Nova. I will actually link it in the description. If you see in this video, get me back into the algorithm, y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Okay, now let's really get into it. So, as y'all can see, I bought a home today, and I'm super excited because this is my first ever home that I purchased. And so I'm feeling accomplished. I am feeling real grown woman. Like, what you gonna give me my birthday? Like, I'm really feeling myself right now. And I'm really happy because everything that I set out to do, like everything that I say I want to do, I don't just say, oh my gosh, I want to do this, I want to do this. I actually set plans and goals into place and I get it done. I'm very big on like following traditions if they're good traditions. A blessing of my generation and my bloodline was that all the women had houses in their 20s. Regardless of if they still got them today or not, all the women had houses in their 20s. And so I really wanted to do that. You know, like I'm 29, I'll be 30 in March. And I was just like, God, I really think it's time. I want a house I want to own. I'm in this high rise paying a whole bunch of money. And it just feels like I should be getting some return on my investment. And so, baby, we in a home that God blessed me with. Where I am at right now, this was a mound of dirt. I bought the plot of land, had the house built. Like I was here from when they broke ground. And it's just amazing to see, like I'm in a whole home now. Okay, let me start off by saying this. When I first was moving out here to Georgia from Los Angeles, one of the reasons that I was, mind you, I was only 25 or freshly turned 26, something like that. And one of the reasons I was moving, I was just like, I want to buy a home. And like the homes in, Atlanta, the homes in Los Angeles are $1 million for a basic home. And I was like, I want to buy a home eventually. And I feel like Georgia's a good place to buy a home. So I would just be like speaking little things about it, but not really like knowing what I was saying. And then eventually somehow in like 2020 and 2021, I was telling everybody, oh, 2023, I'm buying a house. 2023, I'm buying a house. 2023, I'm buying a house. And that just became like my thing. But did I even really mean it? Like, honestly don't even know if I meant it. Like, it just felt like something that I should have been saying. It felt like something good. Like, oh, 2023, I'm buying a house, girl. Come to find out. It wasn't gonna be 2023. So 2023, I was 28 years old. And you know, once that frontal lobe kind of like starts developing, I kind of was just like, maybe I should be like buying a house. So let me start looking at properties. So I started looking at properties throughout the Atlanta area. I kind of felt like, you know, I've lived on my own a lot. I've lived in different states by myself, but I've always lived in an apartment building. And I didn't know if I was quite ready, like, for a home, because I kind of wanted to feel like I was still close by people and, you know, all of that. So I was like looking at townhomes. I looked at some homes too. Didn't really like the homes. They were all old and outdated for my price range. I'm like, I don't want that. Baby, I'm sorry, but I'm a little bougie. Like, what can I get for my birthday? Like, you know, so I was just like, And then I started looking at like townhomes, but then the townhomes were old or like not in areas that I wanted to be in, and or like extremely far out of the city. And I was just like, I don't want to be driving like 40, 30 minutes. So it was just like somewhere in my brain, I just completely forgot about it. This is how God works, y'all. Like, God is just, oh my gosh, his brain. I would never be able to comprehend his knowledge. Like, oh my gosh. So this year, 2024, in July, I just randomly like just got this urge so heavy. I had just came back from Colombia in May, and like ever since I had came back, like it had just been on me like, look for townhomes every night. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking for townhomes every night. So every night I was getting on realtor.com or whatever site, and I was looking for townhomes that were available. And eventually I found the one that I'm in right now, or I found a community that they were building, and I didn't even have, I personally was like in my head thinking like, you're not going to get approved. Your credit's bad. Mind you, my credit's in the 700s. But I was just like, you're not going to get approved. Your credit's bad. You know, listening to the lies that the enemy was speaking, because the enemy always tries to stop God's plan. He always tries to speak lies. So I was just like, girl, just go look at the townhome. You might like it. And you can just kind of like window shop and daydream about what you'll be able to afford one day. I went and looked at the townhome, and I didn't just like it. I loved it, like instantly. Y'all, that's never happened to me before, except for every other apartment that I've ended up renting because I knew that was the one for me. But anyways, I instantly fell in love with that townhome, and I saw me there. I saw my higher self there. I saw me cooking breakfast there. I saw me worshiping God there. I saw me getting dressed there. I saw me hosting there. I was like, this is my townhome? But then the numbers, they started asking for money, and I was like, this is my townhome? Like, God, I don't know, okay? And when I tell y'all, something in me was like, you're going to get this townhome. Like, even the people who I was telling about it, they was like, oh, you shouldn't get that. It's not this close to the city. It's not this. It's not that. Like, they was finding everything wrong with it, and on top of the amount. And everybody was like, no. And I just, for some reason, was like, I really like it. Like, I really like it. I think I want it. And so the way God is, he's just awesome. He had the money fall into place. The initial amount of money that they wanted me to give for them to like lock in with me and start building, they came down a few thousand. They came down, and I was like, okay, that's more reasonable. Like, that sounds reasonable, whatever. And God just was having it to where I had an abundance of money, which was the provision he had gave me for my home. Like, he had the money come in to where it was like, no, this is the money. This is your house. So I was like, okay, one thing and nothing of it. I was like, let me get this process started. Okay, I'm gonna get a townhome. Still not really like, it's not really hitting me. So one day I'm talking to the lady here who helps me. She's kind of like, I would say my realtor, but she works for like the builder. So it wasn't like my personal realtor, but I was talking to her one day, and I would just always tell her like, this is where God wants me to be. This is the home he has for me. I just know it is. I just feel it. And God started to confirm that, because when God gives you a word, the enemy comes along and tries to plant like seeds of doubt, right? And I started thinking like, oh my gosh, what if it's too far? What if this? What if that? And so God came and started confirming this to me. Why did y'all? God had me find an email from 2023. Remember how I kept saying 2023 I was going to buy a home? God had me find an email from 2023 where I had I had reached out to this same community. I'm getting chills. I had reached out to the same community and the same property to come view it, and I just never came and viewed it. So God had me find that email where he was like showing me like, no, this was where you was supposed to be. I was already showing you this last year, but he gave me the desires of my heart and let me get my high rise. Because I remember I said, I want to live in a high rise for just a year and just see how it is. And I did that. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa, God, okay, this is mind blowing. Like, you had the money come in, like, now you got me find this email. Like, okay, that's mind blowing. When it came down to, y'all, the numbers on my house, the numbers, God uses numbers to speak as well. The numbers on my house are numbers of another apartment that I had just reorganized. And I remember, like, when she was like, oh, which lot do you want? You can choose the lot. The lots already come with the addresses. And I literally was just like, I don't know which lot to get. God, I need you to lead me to, you know, where it is you want me to be, X, Y, Z. And he had one stand out in particular to me. And I was like, I hadn't even, y'all, when I tell you, that was my very first apartment. I hadn't even thought of that apartment in over a decade. That was my first apartment. And when I tell you God brought that like to my remembrance, like, remember that was the number for that. I was like, oh my gosh, wow. Like, so amazing. Then the number of my contract with the builder, the number was the number of my childhood home, like the address of my childhood home. And I was just like, okay, God, you're just confirming this to me, like, all around. Getting this house built from the ground up, I truly had to trust in God, and I truly had to depend on God. Just because for 8 weeks, I had to stay with a friend. I've never stayed with someone that long because I'm so used to having my own. I'm so used to being independent. I had to like drive more. I had to get out of my comfort zone and just different things. And I feel like God was really trying me. And my house was, the crazy part about it is, y'all, I had been praying for patience, and God really, ooh, he's so funny. He got a great sense of humor. When you pray for certain things, he'd be like, okay, that's what you want? Okay. My house was done, y'all, like literally the beginning of December when I was originally supposed to close. And the builder was just fighting me. They were like, don't ask me why, but they was like, no, you're closing the end of December. You're closing the end of December. And it was kind of just like, just because we say so, just because we feel like it, just because. And I remember there was a point in time I was getting so mad and I was getting so frustrated because I'm like, God, I go to this house every week. It's built. It's done. It's, you know, what am I waiting for? Like, I want to be in my own space. And God had my mom speak a word to me that it was just like, patience is not when you get to the date that you expected and say, okay, God, it's been months. It's the date we're supposed to be happening. Like, I was patient, blah, blah, blah. No, patience goes beyond what you're expecting. It goes beyond that time frame. And I definitely did have to, you know, work on my patience as well. And now that I'm here, I'm just so grateful. I'm like, God, thank you. It honestly, y'all, it just feels amazing. I can't wait to decorate my house, y'all. I can't wait to just get this space together. Like, I can't wait to be a good steward over what God has blessed me with. So tomorrow, I'm off work. It's Christmas Eve. I will be waking up early, probably gonna go to Walmart, Target, you know, just all the places for the home, because we gotta start getting this space together. Okay, so stay tuned. Today officially makes 1 week since I closed on my very first home at the age of 29. I'm a big kid now. 2024 was definitely a great year for me, and everything on my vision board came true, which lets me know that you have to be intentional with planning your year. I really wanted a townhome, and I was like, this is the year I'm going to get it. And the way I found this property, to just the way everything fell into place, this is exactly where God wants me to be. And I'm just extremely grateful that my request was granted. Not only did I get what I wanted, I got to see my home being built from the ground up. Like, it's such an amazing feeling to know that I was here at every single stage.
Here are your keys. Congratulations. You are a new homeowner. That's so excited. And I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you.
I'm a homeowner.
Yay.
Ending 2024, I'm so grateful for the lessons I learned, the blessings I received, the milestones I achieved, and the memories I created. 2025 is going to be even bigger and better. We locking in and we leveling up. Bye.